Wonder Woman, number 15. Greg Rucka writing and Liam Sharp on art. This is a present day story. Wonder Woman is in a mental asylum or a mental hospital. She
Yep.
and the doctors are all sort of joking because like, oh, she thinks she's Wonder Woman. Ha 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 ha.
I gotta say, it already has better security than Arkham. The fact that she can't get out, like, uh,
So yeah, this is kind of a bridging issue, and there's a lot of like different things going on. There's a so we see Steve, and we see he sort of meets
Etta.
up with Etta and Barbara Ann, and they're sort of
Yep.
debating like, so who are these people that are attacking us? Who's the bad guys here? And she explains it's this group. Was it God
God
Watch?
watch.
Yeah, God Watch. And she used to be a member, and they've got all these different teammates, and they're after Diana and Themyscira and everything. They're working with Veronica Cale. We see a bit of her. Then this God Watch show up and try and take them, and Barbara Ann stays behind and is like, "Take me to Cale." She's going to try and negotiate or
Infiltrate.
something. Yeah, and but we see Steve and Etta like knock the twins out in the back and get out. Get out of Dodge. And they go and meet up. The ending of this show is them meeting up with Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
What?
Is that the character's name?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making a Ferdinand the Bulls reference.
Nah.
Like, I thought you'd be funny. Oh
No, no,
man.
no. I looked him up. It's Ferdinand.
Okay. I just. All right. Cool.
he he is. He's a minotaur, but he doesn't call. Actually, I should have noted this down. He doesn't call himself a minotaur though, because he's not from the same place that minotaurs come from. But he's got the same
Not
kind.
from,
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a what? Sorry.
No, we're just saying where Minotaurs come from.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He's not from there. He's from another place, and the name's like Minotaur, but it's from the other. The start of it's
So,
different.
so was this from Rucka's other run then? Because this character's new to me.
I don't.
Yeah, me too.
He's new to me as well. I don't know if he's from Rucka's Run, but he used to be the cook at the Themyscira embassy.
So it's probably from Rucka's run.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And
Yeah.
he obviously is a bullhead and a human sort of.
Yeah, because
warhammer.
obviously
I'm gonna have to
when he
look him
popped
up.
up,
That sounds cool.
I was questioning who he was. Obviously, there's a lot of Greek gods and stuff in Wonder Woman,
Mhm.
so I was linking him to Hephaestus. So he's
So was
got a
I.
lot of yeah. So I was thinking it was either something to do with him, one of his sons, maybe even him directly. I wasn't sure, but I was speculating that.
But then how would Etta, knowing that the patrons haven't showed themselves, why would
Yeah.
they show themselves to Etta? But
But
whatever.
Hephaestus has always kind of done his own thing,
Yeah, he does.
so that's kind of why I thought, maybe.
Could.
But if it's
Or
if
just
it's
how
just
he was
Ferdinand,
revealing
then
himself.
then cool.
You guys are familiar with the story of Ferdinand, right? Oh, it's like a Spanish kid story. He's a bull, but doesn't want to be like the rest of the bulls. He just wants to sit around and smell flowers. And it's all about being yourself. I love that book as a kid. So that's why I thought, oh, this is a story Pete also knows, so he's going to call him Ferdinand the Bull.
I'm assuming that's probably where the name has come from, though.
Yeah,
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
But
makes
no,
some
no,
sense.
I've never heard of it before.
But also fits in with Rucka because it is about being yourself and being true to who you are. So,
Yeah. It was because obviously it's the big ending of the book, and I'm like, I have no idea who this is. I'm going to go and look this up.
Well, yeah, I didn't
should
think we
have
were
done that.
supposed to know. I thought it was meant to be like, oh, who is it? And that's why I was speculating, to do with
Yeah.
Hephaestus like I was. I didn't realize, I could have just looked this up and it was actually someone.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So.
But again, it shows why Rucka is awesome and that he ties things in and out. And I don't want to say it's a roller coaster ride, but it's definitely he has us, and is leading us along the way
Yeah.
through this path. And like even God Watch as a concept is such a Rucka idea that you have this group. From what I gather is they're trying to contact the gods for whatever reason. That's why they're called God Watch.
Yeah, which is actually the other big thing that happens in the book. We actually get a scene in Themyscira,
Ah,
and
yeah.
the poison tree that was there that poisoned Diana all those years ago has reappeared, and on Themyscira they see this as like a line in the sand.
omen.
Yeah, there's an omen.
Yeah.
They're coming. We're going to stand their ground here. They're getting ready for a fight. Something bad's happening there. Meanwhile, Diana's in a wheelchair in a mental hospital.
talking to a snake that comes in and out of her poison bite. Like,
Yes.
but
Also,
So-
Sharp's layouts absolutely kill it. Obviously, the
Yep.
first few pages we have all the brick lines, like the inside of a cell, they're like identical,
Yep.
which is the layout for all the panels. And then we have that shot of what's going on inside her head,
Mhm.
and it's all just kind of fragmented and exploding
And
outwards.
it's a tree,
Yeah.
is it not?
It's the tree. It is the tree
Yeah.
as well, yeah. But it kind of bleeds into like it's like what's actually inside her head. It kind of bleeds into the tree at the back. It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah. No. I mean, his stuff's been great throughout his whole half of the run. I say half because obviously he's only doing all the
Yeah.
So-
the even numbers.
And I've also noticed
odd
that
numbers.
the variant covers are now done by Jenny Friesen now.
Yes.
And I definitely, as someone who was like, oh, they're just variant covers. What does it matter? I think they're a lot better than what we were getting before.
I like them.
'Cause-
Yeah, they're really nice.
Oh, I've picked up a few of them, whereas normally I don't pick up variants. So
That said, though,
I double dipped
Nice.
and picked up the one for 11 when I was in my shop the other day. Cause I was like, oh,
nice.
that's a cool cover. I'm just gonna get it.
yeah, the main cover on this one's quite nice as well. Though it's Diana in a straitjacket, so it's got a really cool kind of.
with a crazy smile on her
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Nice.
is she become? Like, was her like?
Yeah.
What's the girl version of bromance?
Crazy like a fox.
What's the girl version of
Huh?
bromance?
Girlationship? I don't know. I tried to portmanteau that and just couldn't.
I'll just use bromance. Her bromance with Harley Quinn from the events rubbed off on her,
Yeah.
and she's going crazy. That's what this is implying. She'll be putting on the makeup for the next issue. Just you wait and see.
But it's a great issue.
That was a good issue. I don't know. I like the last. Well, I say the last one. Obviously, the last one was a good one. I mean, the last present day issue.
I get that. I feel like this was a good issue, but then the art elevated it into just great for me. Like with
Yeah,
all the
sure.
extra little touches.
Oh, I think the art's great, but I think just from a story perspective, it's very much in between major point. You know, it's like, yeah, we often talk about TV, how you get the
Yeah.
moving the pieces around the chessboard episodes, where you've got the big episode, then you've got the one that moves things around to set up the next big one. That's what this issue felt like to me. It felt like it was just setting up all, because it was like so many different. We only see Diana twice. We see Themyscira once. We see Steve and them twice. You know, we see Veronica Cale once. It was lots of little scenes, all building up for the next sort of thing.
It's moving things into place where
Yeah.
they need to be.
Yeah. Obviously, it was all solid. I have no complaints, but it was just in
Yeah.
terms of where it falls in the story. It's the kind of issue where, on its own, it's very connective to tissue. When you read this as a trade, it'll just be, flow through.
It is also weird that this is one of the ones that essentially is single shipping for all intents and purposes of each
Yeah.
story. Because we've got to wait a whole month now to get any more on this, which is weird compared to. I think we mentioned a few weeks ago how sometimes these connective issues feel like they're a bit wasted when they're a whole month apart, but we haven't been feeling that with Rebirth
Yeah.
because there's something just 2 weeks away. But this one, I didn't feel like it was wasted because it was so engrossing in the way it was presented in the art.
I was loving Wonder Woman right now.
It's pretty
I
good.
like
Yeah.
the alternating between, and we got that great Barbara Ann issue, which was one of my favorites of last year.
Yeah.
So
Are we going to
Nice.
go an issue of Wonder Woman without Matt bringing that issue up?
Probably
nope,
not.
because I really loved it.
I can
And
just
it's
hear
made
people.
her-
I can hear people at home going, "Matt, we know you loved that issue. You've said it the last 10 weeks."
Oh, it lays the foundation though for what happens here with her and Godwatch, and clearly what happened there led to her going to Godwatch,
Oh yeah.
which then led to her becoming Cheetah.
Well, Matt, I have no doubt that we're going to get
Like-
the cheetah origin.
It's so circular, isn't it? Though.
It is.
But yeah, we're still
So-
getting the cheetah origin though, right? Like, in the
Yeah.
next, either
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if not the next like past arc, then the next one after that. We're so
It'll be
getting
another. It'll be another like one shot like we had for the Barbara Ann issue. It'll just be an extra one slotted in somewhere.
And it might
maybe,
be my
yeah.
new favorite one to bring up every time we talk about Wonder Woman. So, but I just like Connor said, it's all circular, and they're all again just like I mentioned with Rebirth. Everything's weaving in and out of each other spectacularly right now,
Yeah.
and it's just telling a full story. And Wonder Woman's doing that by itself. So
I think what Wonder Woman's also doing really
Commendable.
well for me is that it's making me care a bit more about our supporting cast. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm liking Steve a lot more than I have in the past in this run.
Yeah.
You know, it is
well, it
pretty
helps
cool.
that he actually has a character. He's not
Yeah.
just Justice League liaison.
Yeah,
Barbara,
he's doing something.
yeah, Barbara Ann's a more interesting character because she
Yeah.
is like sort of like cured again, and she's trying to rehabilitate, and she's trying to.
Oh, it's definitely the most I've ever been
Etta?
interested in Barbara.
Yeah. Etta Candy, I never even knew she was a major character until now. So the
So
fact that she's there, and they brought back Veronica Cale as a villain, because that's another thing is when you think about Wonder Woman villains, it's kind of outside of Cheetah, it's kind of barren.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Giganta.
Giganta.
That's one.
But you asked that for Superman or Batman, which are on the same level in terms of where they stand as the
I can list
killer
20.
DC. Exactly.
So that's fair. So they're setting up this whole Godwatch team, and I can't remember. One of them was like Dr. Cyber or something like that, which was pretty cool.